All right. So the one thing I do first off is before we.
Sorry, I don't think we heard anything you said.
Oh, okay. Now we're back. I tried to contact the guy that I was speaking to previous. Um, I don't know what the deal is going on with that, and I know YouTube's probably going to mess around with this live and make it seem like it's acting up. We're going to do stuff. But this is huge. This is huge. This is progress in a way that you won't believe. Now I have all his receipts in his conversation. He said something about doing it. I'll read exactly what he said because I like to keep it authentic on here. Let me see. He said, if it's easier to just do it tomorrow, that'll be lit because I'm super overtired from working so much. So he was super exhausted and he wanted to tell the story perfectly. But, unfortunate situations, I couldn't start it at certain times. But yeah, hopefully you guys are getting the response. If not, I'll let them catch the thing. We're just going to go ahead. Progress waits for nobody. We're not, without saying the name, what was your thoughts on the song Queen Prodigy?
I did notice there were certain references, but I'm also trying to kind of re-examine the lyrics itself, because I kind of feel like he is describing a very in-depth situation without trying to, I guess you can say, get caught up in the same situation himself.
Okay, so being that we know this to be the nature of the music and things that people listen to, do you think that this is a normal occurrence of events? Because we all heard what he was talking about in this song. Do you think any of it could have been prevalent to X himself?
It definitely sounds like it. What was that
one part that resonated most? So when I seen that, really made me think, like, who exactly was this referring to when it says your homie's lifting your skirt up after you die? Like, that was the one part that stuck with me. And when I heard that, I started listening in tune. And then it said your homies are the ones that kill you. Like, it was talking a lot about friends taking you out. It was a lot of emphasis on that being the case. Your friends taking you out. That's what resonated with me. I was like, good point. What is
involving X or of X, but it also could be maybe he's reading between the lines. It could also allegedly maybe calling out one of their homies.
Interesting. I found something very interesting about that too. And when I started thinking about what was actually being said by him in his song, I also thought about when you're getting into the industry and you're getting respect, it's like, for some reason, it's respected when you're taking shots at someone who is in a certain position. So you're taking shots at people, and it's like respected because we heard other people take blatant shots. But this, if I'm thinking about this again, I agree with you. It can be thought of in many different ways or forms. But I'm looking at it too in the form at which it sits. It's saying that, look, this guy's like gone and this song's made. If we're presuming that someone's gone and this song's made on an album that is, or a mixtape or anything, do you think that it's plausible it can be defining? Chris.
You asked me a question. It broke up really
bad.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Do you think it could be plausible? It could be related directly to the situation.
Yeah. Anybody that's open-minded.
It was kind of, I admit, wasn't it kind of crazy? It was kind of crazy. Like, I heard a lot of songs talking about violence, but it was such as the mention about homies around. Like, so if I'm looking at homies around, this type of situation really makes me think, like, who would ever hang out with someone who has the intentions to do this if they know that these are intentions of the person to do it? Like, how does this type of stuff work? This is new to me personally. I don't have any friends that would think this, so it was interesting. And again, that was the point this guy made up. Now I'm gonna start. You know, he said he knows the story from front to back. He said he was overtired, but I'm gonna still read off these receipts because again, the show holds for no one. So these receipts are crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. These receipts are, I mean, wow. Okay, I'm gonna start now. First receipts I get sent is a receipt that literally has numbers and stuff. So it has phone numbers and stuff on it. So I can't show this, but it's $1,000. It's $1,012.50. That's what this first receipt is. So this was him sending this to someone via the rapper that we're alluding to. Then I get over here to Cash App, and I see multiple Cash Apps throughout 2017 for $100. Then there's $10. Then there's one for $514.80. And then there's one for $206.10. So next we're going to go to the third receipt. And this is Cash App, these last ones. The next Cash Apps are for $300, $60.30, $185.21, then another $100. So adding to the other $1,000 he was speaking of, which brings to us to a total of $3,200, including to get the beats made and all sorts of things. Okay, now here's where the conversation, the exchange between them. Here's what he says to him first. And here's the thing, I will give the benefit of the doubt. It's cut off at a certain point. Oh yeah, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. What the F? So he's saying to him, he's mocking him. He's mocking the rapper. Oh yeah, don't worry, I ain't forget about you, because he's saying he said that. And again, it's cut off, so I don't see it. And he says, and I'm not listening. And he names the album of the rappers to him. Till you effing tell me what the F is up. So he's coming at him. I'll be the first to say that. He's coming at him kind of harsh. He's using a lot of F-bombs and he's coming at his top. Then he says, if you duck me all day, I swear to effing God. So literally, he's throwing, it almost seems like he's offering an ultimatum, like something's going to happen. I will give that to the rapper. So this is the rapper's response. So you throwing threats at me? So he asked him, are you throwing threats at me? So, you know, I can't say anything about that, you know, I there's nothing I can say. That's what it is. And if that's him, I'll holler at you later. Just sign on. I already sent you a call. And here's what his response is. Bro, nah, you said EP. This is what he's saying to him. Bro, nah, you said an EP. So he was saying this rapper said he would include him on his EP. So whenever he would do it, it would be on the album so a lot of people can hear it. Hit that like button coming through. You know how we rock. Now, the rapper replies, I'm busy as F. So he's saying, I'm busy. I got stuff going on. I can't just drop everything and get back to you. Here's the reply from the guy. That's what got me freaked out. So he already paid him the full money that was demanded, and there's no response given. So there's no type of communication going on. And he reached out to the rapper and he's like, well, bruh, I'm freaked out because I already paid you and I didn't get it in the time frame we promised. Now, here's where the game changes a bit. The rapper replies, if I duck you all day, what you gonna do? Not a GD thing. So he's telling him, even if I didn't do it, what you gonna do about it? That's where things go left in my mind, because he paid you, you're doing the things, but your reply to him is, so what? What you gonna do about it? So now this takes it to another level. And here's why I can't say nothing, because of how he started it off. But then again, it's his feelings, because he paid him money. Just like if any of these rappers paid money, they'd be ready to go do whatever they rap about in their songs if they really do it. Yeah, yes or no? What do you think about this, Queen?
I mean, as far as what I think, it's quite clear that there needs to be a lot of situations with contracts involved before anybody's sending anything to anyone. But specifically, if you're doing business over Instagram, keep in mind that that is federally controlled, and they look at platforms like these as ways to make revenue or create invoices.
Right.
It's about the aspect of what is actually being owed and what is being promised and what was delivered.
Right. Chris, what is your thoughts on that part?
I think the same thing. Same thing as King said. She hit it right on the head with everything she said.
But what do you think? I agree he started it off kind of crazy and asking for the song, but what do you think about the reply to him then, like, taking it all the way there? If I duck with your money, what you gonna do about it? Whose reply do you think was most disrespectful? Him coming off at him right away, like, I swear to effing goodness, if this doesn't go, or him coming back to him saying, what you gonna do about it if I duck you all day?
Well, like Queen stated, that's probably best to have these things in contract.
That's part of my issue. Like, I don't understand how business was done, but again, in the court of law, this was a verbal agreement, and he not only has that, he has messages that I didn't read with him confirming the cost of him making music and the stipulations and terms. How far does social media protect a person's intellectual property or contractual agreement? I agree social media is getting bigger in terms of the court system and things. I think that, do you think that would uphold in court? Either or you, do you think that would uphold in court if he had DMs, direct messages pertaining to this deal?
I mean, at the same time, too, the way that I feel as of now, it would definitely I feel like it could possibly hold up simply because of the fact that we all have IP addresses. We all have the capability to be tracked and to be verified for who we truly are. And it would just take a level of verification of making sure that everything is in compliance with what was agreed upon. And again, it's about services. It's not, you know, maybe there needs to be better business when you're providing certain services, because some people will take advantage of trying to, you know, use your creativity or use your likeness, and not necessarily, you know, compensate you for what your worth is. So sometimes it's best to, you know, say, look, I'm gonna put a deposit down or whatever, and then you'll get the rest after the work is completed.
Right. So the first thing I told him is, if that agreement was going to happen, he should have gave half and then the other half upon the start of work. Just like work, you don't get paid before you go to work. They pay you after you do it. So he at least could have gave money down, like, I got the money, I got more money. And it's not like money's important to JD. You know, that's his initials that he's rocking with us. And, you know, I don't think, and that's the part why he was nonchalant about it, but getting beat for your money, that is bad, because I paid you. So where's it at? And a lot of people don't understand. You should have contracts. You should have something. But I was most shocked that this artist was willing to do a feature for that low. And the thing I didn't tell y'all, it was that amount for multiple songs. It wasn't just for one song. So, you know, when I hear people saying they're getting all this money, you wouldn't make a deal like that. That doesn't make sense. You're getting all this money and you made a deal for that low. Like, just for a couple stacks, you were going to do multiple things. And just to do a show, most artists charge more than that. And they're on the stage for maybe 30 minutes straight. So I was confused, because I know a feature with X, that'll probably be between 10 and 20 just to do it. So I was kind of confused at that. I was like, man, he's selling. So off the rip, if a major artist said they were going to do multiple songs for that low, it almost seems like you would have to think it's a hoax, because if they're getting major publicity, marketing, their social media level, they have to have a price that's feasible and makes sense. Because if they're charging me that and I don't give it to them all up front unless it's contractual so I can chase them down. But nowadays, verbal contracts and messages on social media have more weight than they ever have in our history. I'm going to read the rest of what's said here. And I just want y'all response. By not responding, and this is the rapper talking to him, by not responding to you because I'm busy, and okay, I told you to wait. So I didn't see the full text. He probably did. I would have to see the full context, because I do give the benefit of the doubt that it was cut off. And you running your mouth, acting like a hoe. Now that's where I was like, uh-oh. And yes, I did, dumb A. So he's basically saying, I said I'd do it. I told you to wait. I'm busy, and I'm telling you. And here's why it was hard for me to go fully against the rapper. And I agree, if you pay money, you should get it. But listen to what he says here. Your music is good. So he didn't, you know how a person comes at you like, yo, you ain't this, you ain't that. You know what I mean? And again, objectively, he's going to be allowed, you know, if we get one together, he's allowed to refute it, but he's not smashing them. He's not saying nothing crazy to him. Like, he's only giving the energy back that I saw started being given to him, that I said to the guy, why'd you say it like that? And he said, your music is good, but you a whole A-N. So he just took it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying he's giving that energy back. But he's saying your music good, but you either you go and wait and get the songs or not get them. You choose. Now he's giving him an ultimatum like he gave to him, sort of. So he's just returning the energy. That's the part where I'm like, You know, it's just kind of like he's just returning the energy. And here, I told the dude JD that I was like, well, I guess he ain't no punk, because here's what he said. Dude, I'm not a hoe. You didn't even tell me what you thought about it all, dude. So I took that as understanding. He's like, wait, slow your roll. I'm not what you're saying. And you didn't make it clear as to how things were going to be discussed. So he's saying, I hear what you're saying, but slow your roll about that other stuff. But you didn't make the business right for me to understand. You didn't make things clear to me for me to get where you were going with this. Okay. Okay. Now I'm re-looking at this part. Again, I see new things as I go through it. He says, then he continues. This is the guy talking to the rapper. Like, you could have just said, yo, ish good. I'll let you know. And with that, I can't dispute, because if he said, look, we'll get our songs done. I really like what you got going. We'll go forward. That might have changed the energy this guy came at him. Remember, this is a fan. If you guys didn't realize this, this is a fan of this rapper's music. Like, this is his dream. So let's think about it like this. A rapper's dreams to make it big. A rapper's dreams to do stuff, just as this rapper. But this is one of his favorite rappers that I'm finally doing music with, that is going to put me on the track. You the man. He has nothing but respect for this guy. So he feels some sort of way, because he's like, is this guy jipping me? Is he playing me? Is he playing around with my feelings? So, and here, I talked to him behind the scenes. This might have been this rapper's biggest fan. This might have, so if this rapper's watching, this might have been your biggest fan. Like, I mean, your biggest fan. He bragged about meeting you, getting to know, talking to you. And when he said you do a song with him, this guy's energy was through the roof. Like, yeah, this might have been the one person to buy every single album you ever dropped. That's why this is also a message to rappers. Before you cross someone over or do something off of your feelings, think about this person's vision of you. Put yourself in their shoes. That's a problem with a lot of different people. I even have that issue. No matter what I got going on, I got to put myself in someone else's shoes. I have this problem. I'm learning. We're human. And this one situation might have been where you couldn't repeat or redo that. And that's the thing. Forever, this person's vision is tarnished about you, especially because you never came through. They didn't even ask for their money back. They let things happen. And they're like, I just want the songs, man. I just want the songs. Let's keep that in mind on their side. But on this rapper side, he did come off pretty crazy. And he's like, whoa. But the other guy, he ain't punking out. He's like, whoa. I reached out to you. I paid you. Have you ever done work, and would you accept, would any of you, Queen or Chris, would you accept doing work and not getting paid for your work? Either one of you. Did y'all hear me?
It broke up again.
Would you ever do work and accept not getting paid?
Nah.
How about you, Queen?
Learned that lesson already.
As far as most, I have dealt with a situation like that, and I'm just going to call this person the infamous whale. This female decided to basically hustle me out of my services when I was initially doing a reading for a person. And sometimes I'm pretty flexible with people, like if they don't really have like that. I mean, there's some people I've established trust with to where they compensate me at a later point, and I'm okay with that. But this individual claimed that they, had the funds for it, basically lied, and then had the audacity to show a negative bank statement stating that they couldn't pay me, and essentially continued to lie to others about who I was and my character and everything else, and saying that I was talking, crap about people that were very close to, individuals related to who I talked to about the most. And so it was very hurtful, but at the same time too, I realized that jealousy is a very it's a very addictive drug. I'll just say it like that. And no one can really duplicate what you can do.
So, okay. So he said, like, you could have just said my music was good, dog. Because he said his music was good. I'll give him that. He said, I want the songs. He said sings, but I know he said songs, okay? He said, because I'm busy. This is the rapper now. Because I'm busy. Do you not get that I'm not on my phone 24/7? The reply was, I want the songs bad with you. So bad with you. It's just me and all my friends. Felt like you finessed me. That's literally it. This rapper replies, then wait and stop talking ish. Now, the ending, it goes back to what we were saying, or what I had noted at the beginning. It's how he came off at him, because I see a lot of blue cut off, which makes me think he was saying multiple things. I don't know the energy of that. So if I think about that, I don't know the energy. He could have been talking crazy the whole time and he finally responded. But I do know this rapper blocked him on everything. And then he said, then wait and stop talking ish. Now, since then, the songs have not been produced. So the conclusion I get from that is bad character on that part. You told him, then wait and stop talking mess. You should have just did the song then. You should have just ended it. What would have been hard to go with the image is, don't worry about it. You're never getting a song. You should have just said that. Why be shiesty? Why be shiesty? Just say you ain't never getting this. Don't like how you talk. Why play around with it? That's what confused me at the end. I'm like, well, the back and forth wasn't well. And you just saw him said, I want the songs bad with you. And he put it in caps. It's someone you demean back off their energy, and you expect them to sit back and let their money be lost. So if he, in my mind, this exchange, because you said, here's where the rapper messed up, and I'll tell y'all, from a law standpoint, it's when he said to him, what are you going to do about it if I don't do it? Nothing at all. That's where you messed up. Because now it shows in some legal setting that you have the premeditation to take someone's money and not give the intellectual property off of you requesting a certain amount that was delivered. That's where you lose. Fact, being that is the situation, if this person got a good enough lawyer, they could go for emotional distress. Since this person took my money, things went downhill, this happened, that happened, and they could get you for that amount and some. That's why you played your cards wrong. When you put on that tough persona in business, you lose. Even at a job, you lose. You have to play going with the flow with a mixture of knowing what you're doing. It showed you didn't know what you were doing. Let's get a bit deeper. So we have the receipts, we have the communication, but we have multiple witnesses to it. Multiple witnesses, and there are multiple people Now, wait. The funds that I was reading earlier going to Cash App was literally him sending money to other people around it. You know what? This is beginning to make me think, were there other people in on receiving money? And if this was the case, that should have made it sketchy up front. And I'll ask him about that tomorrow. But from what I see, wait. Baby mama, did he pay you money too? I gotta ask him, because I see a familiar name getting paid money. Interesting. There's a familiar name besides this rapper who got paid money. I don't know who this J name is. I don't know, or this C name, but I know this other female's name. I gotta ask him. It looks like he paid money from what I see, what I'm seeing. He paid money to 3 other people. 400 total to the first name, 500 to the C name, and he gave $200 to the baby mama. Why is he paying her? I gotta figure this out. That's why I took some time. I had other stuff I was doing, but this is confusing me now. But I do see straight up where over $1,000 went to the rapper. I see that. And no, it's not X. It's not X at all. Interesting. If I can't get with him, I'm going to get with one of my commenters who knows him very well and ask them to explain that part. Because why are they getting paid? Number one, that last person you sent to will never be on the track. Never. Why is she getting paid off of this? Now that brings me back to the song actually that we listened to. So all these other people are getting paid. There was comments made on the song that I heard. Is this the person it was affluent to? Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls on that one. That's interesting. Even while I speak, I'm gonna have to send this one over. They're gonna have to look at this. Why are they accepting money from you? I'm mad he sleep. Why are they accepting money? Very interesting. Very interesting. No, it's more than a pyramid scheme. Queen, I'm rocking. This is more than that. If I'm thinking about that song, hold on. Give me a second. You know I'm seeing it. Yo. Wait, hold on real quick. Hold up. Queen, I'm not going to think about it. Queen, okay. We see many things going on with people thus far in this case. Why would somebody, so say you're with somebody, why would they be receiving money around any other person's deals? Do you think it's an innocent exchange that a person's like, yo, let me get some money, send some money to her too? Why would he do that?
Okay, really, one quick question. Was the money being sent from the actual rapper, or was the money being sent from the aspiring rapper?
The aspiring rapper not only sent an upfront payment of half of the amount requested to the rapper, But it looks like this rapper also requested money gets sent to these other people. And the third person on the list is a familiar person we all know. But this rapper had no connection to this person, allegedly.
Oh, allegedly indeed.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting things going on.
Wow.
Behind the scenes.
Wow.
And that's the thing too, because a lot of people are questioning, the motives of individuals who allegedly, did interviews and decided to.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
At the end of the day, the situation seems to kind of backfire because the fans already know how his timeline is looking. Like, they know this man. So
if I talk to the guy tomorrow, I will show you guys. But the moment I show you, number one, you're going to know exactly who it is. Number two, you're going to be asking the same thing, the background story. A fan, and he's going to tell the full story. A fan went to an event, okay? He met up with rappers. He talked to the rapper at the event. And he said to him, and it won't be a trivial event when the guy gets on here and speaks. It won't be. He went to the rapper and he said, look, I want a feature. And the rapper said, yeah, talked to him on the phone, said, not only will I give you a feature, but I'll give you a spot on my upcoming album. I'll release a song. So imagine a fan. He's dancing. He's like, yeah, I did it. But it turned out the songs not only didn't go through, but he gave a large upfront payment to the rapper. But then I see 3 other names he paid. The 2 guys, fine. Why is this third person getting paid off of your transaction with music? And then I just heard a song that was very questionable. So
I don't think that you're going to be revealing the lyrics like that, are you?
Oh, I don't give a ish. I don't give a ish about that.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Because I mean, dissecting the lyrics might assist.
Okay, I'll give you guys the lyrics. And this, you guys, whoo. And I gotta say, for the song, the beats are fire, but your flow was under par. You gotta destroy a beat like that. That's how I knew something was funny, because your lyrics were under par to a sick beat. I was like,
wait a minute. Did you notice that he sounded like someone?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, I listened to it, ran it back. I was like, okay. First off, I'm going to tell you guys the ad-libs were synonymous with another rapper we know and love, and you know who that is. It was synonymous. I was like, why still is ad-libs? And then his chains went missing. Then he started ducking. His chains went missing. Whose chains went missing, Queen?
I mean, the situation sounds very similar to who we love so dearly and talk about on a regular basis.
No, here's the part. Do you ever remember this rapper we're talking about wearing a Louis bag?
I don't think I've ever seen.
I've never seen him either. Who was wearing a Louis bag?
We already know that.
We know who was wearing a Louis bag, don't we?
All the way.
Yep.
Ooh. You want to flow, and I want hoes. I guess you started something. Who was stealing everybody's girl? Not trying.
I mean, as the saying goes, commonly says, and when it comes down to street terms, they often say, "Yo, beat chose
okay.
Me," right?
Yeah, right. He wasn't trying. He said, "You want to flow. We know who's flowing, but I want hoes." So let me say this. I don't know about that, Oriah. I don't want to put that out there because I don't know about that. So someone wanted hoes. So you put women over your craft. Off the rip, I can tell. I can tell. I'm reading the lyrics. I can tell. Leave you deceased. Let's say it that way. Then they go up in your B skirt. They go up in your girl's skirt then after you're gone. Here's the part I was like, what? I got your hoe from the bay. She looked like crisscross. You want a girl that looks like crisscross?
Now, was that a jab at someone specific that he was involved with?
I'm going up to the other lyrics.
Okay.
Hey, that's how the song starts. Like, oh, and I already found the connection too. Just in case people are like, oh, or he hops on, oh, I already found the connection. Do you know greatest nation since you do you know what? Let me ask, do you know what the United Nations is? You know that, right? So you think this nation ain't strong enough to see through you? That's funny. Funny style. Funny style. I told you people was flexible and funny. They think it's a joke. Let me kick this song on. You did that beat disservice. It wasn't even deserving. I'm sorry. Let me reread this. Oh, 45 in your effing goal. Who do we last know had something allegedly to their skull?
I mean, it can only be the one and only.
That's even if this wasn't done that way, why rap a song that's so similar? Like the similarities are striking.
It kind of reminds me of the whole Denzel Curry with the Clout Cobain situation as well.
Interesting. And yes, I have heard that too. Oh, and your homies be the ones that put you in the dirt. Your homies be the ones that put you in the dirt. Really? Now, I ain't never wrote, none of my homies around me that I hang out with would ever roll like that. None of them. Never. Because when you're solid, you're solid. You ain't got homies around you that behave that way. That's what I'm confused on. Very interesting. Very interesting, to say the least. You are fake and all your homies dance on flip-flop. Who rocks flip-flops a lot?
I mean, to be completely honest, there's a lot of Florida dudes out there that rock flip-flops.
Right.
But it's very, it's pretty deliberate. And the one situation that seems to be really relative and, just re-looping everything back to Denzel Curry and how he did his lyrics when he said Suwu leather, blood on the seats. He was talking about a specific gang and talking about a situation with suicide doors. So is this a situation to where someone is expressing what actually happened pertaining to someone? And, could this be a situation where maybe that person who was writing the lyrics that you were stating, did they ever try to warn, their friend? Did they ever try to, what
hit that like button coming through, lest you're a hater. Hit that like button. Stop playing with me. Now, let me ask something. Who do we know wore nail polish a lot? Black nail polish specifically.
Well, you already know it's John.
Why is all these pictures coming up with this guy in black nail polish? That's what I want to know. I never saw him with an, but now every picture I see, he had it on.
The thing that's crazy is that it seems like when someone exit out of the game through something that's extremely traumatizing, you ever notice that a lot of people emulate what that rapper was about because people crave that energy.
And it seems like someone's still in energy like crazy. I listened to this song and I sat back. I was like, if I'm going to take a shot in the dark, who's this person talking about? And then at first I was giving so much credit, like, oh, they're defending them. Then I somebody mentioned that, and shout to JD, the guy we have coming on. I went and listened to that song. First listen, I said, something ain't right. Because you picture things when people rap. I pictured his entire situation that he's deceased in. I was like, what? I know I ain't imagining things.
Here's the thing, though. Like as I stated before, everyone knows that the major hub comes from